Bum bum ba-da-dum bum ba-da-dum bum bum ba-da-dum bum ba-da-dum.
This is the long winter on Game of Thrones
Podcast.
Their fucking face, like our Game of Thrones podcast.
Yeah.
Wait, are we also over?
No, man. This
No,
is it.
keep going.
This
the
is
fuck?
it.
This is it.
One take Orlando. Go.
One take, baby.
All right. With me as always, Pedro.
Hello.
What up? And back for the first time, Mike.
Hey.
And so we're gonna review the last episode of Game of Thrones.
This is it.
We made it, guys.
The finale. Episode 6 of season 8.
How many years has it been?
It's been 10 years of the show.
I think so.
Jesus.
9 or 10 years.
9 to 10 years.
Yeah.
And I think this is our third season covering. I think we started in season 6.
I think so.
So
Yeah, we probably got lazy one year.
yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
So I mean, we've been doing this for like 3 years.
So here we are. The Iron Throne.
The Iron
The
Throne.
name of the episode. And you guys will never have to hear this fucking intro ever again.
Thank God.
The fake intro and our shitty intro. Yeah.
Anytime, basically that intro, you will
Yeah.
never have to hear it ever again.
So you're welcome.
You're very welcome.
Actually,
guys.
my bad. You're going to have to hear it one more time because I play it at the end. So sorry, not sorry.
Oh, that's true. So, like always, we're gonna discuss the episode, jump into spoilers, and talk about what we liked, what we didn't like.
Hell yeah, man. Right into it.
All right, Pedro, what'd you think? Take it away.
Let's do a play-by-play of the episode before we get into what we think, because I got a feeling this is going to be a whole other animal.
You're right.
So the episode starts off with Jon Snow and Davos surveying the destruction that Daenerys has wrought on King's Landing. And then Tyrion also starts doing the same thing, and then he goes into the crypt, the ruins, and finds Jaime and Cersei's corpse in the Red Keep.
Or he like beeline for their corpses. I don't know.
Yeah,
He knew
right?
Exactly where they were laying.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Behind him, there was no more rubble. So if you think about it, all they had to do was take a few steps back, and it would have been
They could have
A-okay.
survived. That's true.
They could have stayed hugging each other with just fine and dandy.
Originally, I didn't like her death, but being crushed under Apollo rocks,
Right?
it served her.
Him dying, and yeah, you know.
I'm just mad that she had somebody with her when she went.
Right.
I guess being crushed isn't that bad.
But I got to say, you know, I agree with you too. I don't... That death was a little fucking whack, but...
Underwhelming.
Yeah, but Tyrion's reaction to it, like him actually seeing both of them or whatever, I actually really like that scene. His acting always makes scenes that are like, a lot better.
You know,
Yeah.
He has that effect.
I mean, it's a very conflicting moment because at the end of the day, like his brother's there who he loves,
Right.
and then obviously the sister who like despises him, but
Right,
still,
but it was still family
it's
at
still
the end of the
family.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he knew she had a kid or whatever, so he still felt something there. But yeah, I was even thinking the same thing. I'm like, damn, this is kind of a sad moment. But at the same time, fuck him.
Exactly. I don't care about them.
So it was a good conflicting moment. So then we cut over to Jon Snow and Davos walking over to Grey Worm, where you see a bunch of Lannister soldiers on their knees and getting executed. And they're all like, what are you doing? They surrendered. My queen.
I was waiting for John and Grey Worm to start fighting. I've been waiting for it since Grey Worm turned and gave John that look in the last episode when he wasn't trying to slaughter everybody with them.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for them to start fighting.
He's
but-
like, you're going to let me slaughter these innocent people by myself?
Exactly.
The fuck?
Yeah, this episode, it looked like they were gonna go to blows, but it never came. Especially where like they had.
I actually never thought they were going to go to blows.
I thought they were gonna fight.
I just thought soft ass John is going to suck it up and kill Daenerys. Like,
I was hoping I wanted Arya to kill I was leaning towards Arya killing Daenerys.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't think she was gonna kill Daenerys, but I thought she was gonna take out like some guards to give him the space to do it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think
She
at the end of the
killed
day, it is John's like task.
Yeah,
So he has
Why
to be
does
the
he
one.
have to? That's what we thought about the Night King. And look at that.
you're right. Well, he didn't get the Night King, so he might as well get something.
He had to be the one to take her down. It's only
It
right.
was Shakespearean for him to kill his love, aunt, everything,
his everything,
queen,
basically.
world.
I guess.
But he's the highest paid extra, so he had to do something. Like he hasn't done he hasn't done shit this whole season, so he had to do.
This had to be his moment.
Yeah. So fuck it. So oh yes. So then Daenerys actually goes and does her speech, pretty much saying that she's gonna liberate the whole world the same way she liberated these people.
Whether they want liberation or fucking not. Yeah.
But she goes, I will liberate them like we liberated King's Landing. I'm like, what?
Exactly the same way.
That's a hell of a definition of liberation.
You can see the fire in her eyes in that speech.
Oh, by the way, that scene where she's showing up and she's got like the dragon behind her, it almost looks like it's
That
her
shit
wings.
looks really
Yeah,
good.
that shit looks
Badass. I was like,
Yeah,
oh shit.
I love that part.
That was a sick ass scene.
I was surprised she had so many soldiers left though.
Dothraki specifically.
Especially the fucking. I'm like, where did these guys come
They're
from?
like, I'm like, who the fuck?
These guys are still here.
Those are the ones that did not go into the fire.
I thought there were at least 3 of you left, and then fucking 300 of you.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. But yeah, everybody was super hyped for her death speech.
Yeah, and it was a little dictator-ish. So, and that's when Tyrion publicly resigns.
Oh man, I wanted Tyrion to die.
You really did?
Yeah, I did.
I thought he was. It's just so weird that it's so weird that John and him made it out alive. In my opinion,
I wanted John to be,
at the end of it, yeah. But you want him to die like at that moment when he resigns?
No, not at that moment. I just wanted him to die in the episode.
Nah, he's my favorite character. I mean,
I wanted more people to die in general.
Even though they made him stupid this season, he's still my favorite character. Actually, no, Arya kind of stepped up.
Arya stole the show this season.
Yeah. Arya definitely stepped it up because I always liked both of them, but nah, Arya after this season, she definitely is my fave right now. So he gets arrested, and somehow she knew that he freed Jaime. So there he goes off into the crypts, and then I think that was when Arya like appears right next to John, like that ninja ass shit, and he just kind of turns around and goes, "Hey Arya, what's up?" I'm like, "You didn't go. Like, what the fuck?
What just happened? When did you get here?"
Like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
And she go, "I'm gonna kill that bitch." Like that's pretty much. You gotta kill that bitch. I'm gonna kill it. Someone's gonna kill this bitch.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking, yes, Arya's gonna do it.
And John's like, "It's my queen. I got this." And that's where he pretty much does the pep talk with Tyrion while Tyrion's in prison.
Yeah, Tyrion bitch ass is saying, "No, you gotta kill. No one else can kill her, John. You."
About, like he goes down and talk to her. Obviously, like at the end when the guards are coming, he's literally telling them, "You gotta kill her." The guard is
the
like,
door's fucking open.
The guard,
John, bro, kill that bitch, John.
Yo, I thought the same
the
shit.
guard is right there. Like
When he's walking out, he's like, "Only you can do it."
What y'all doing in here? What we doing, John? What, huh?
The Unsullied got no dicks. They have ears. They got ears still.
What is Grey Worm the only one that speaks English? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
I guess it could be. We could write that off as that.
But I don't know why at that point Tyrion is putting on John. If Tyrion really wanted her dead, he could have stayed as the hand and killed her.
This is true. Especially since he's already done sneaky shit before.
It could be that he's like at that moment he's just so emotional. You know, like he's so like.
So you're trying to say they made him fucking stupid this season?
Yeah.
But honestly, it makes sense because John still had to have his moment. But it is still strange. I agree with you there. That it's strange that he didn't.
But regardless, like she knew that Tyrion like let out Jaime, so he
could have talked his way. He's talked his way out of worse. He could have talked his way out of that.
I think he.
I mean, he did talk his way out of worse. He talked his way out of the end of the show. That speech, he pulled some.
Yeah, you're right.
He pulled all kinds of world building shit there in one fucking speech.
We'll get into that part.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's just weird, like that moment where like you literally like you have a prisoner, and obviously your man is conflicted, and then you let him go talk to that prisoner. Like,
I mean, I don't think she knew he was there,
But
I think she'd watch Prisoners more carefully after Jamie got out.
yeah, exactly.
Nobody talked to this nigga unless I say so. That didn't go as planned.
Doesn't matter who it is.
Exactly.
So it's just kind of weird that like that shit went down without like her like having a say in it, you know? Because like the fuck, you know, John isn't on your side 100%.
Well, I mean, she wasn't really. She didn't really know John's part of it, because you remember when they start talking, she's still like, "Hey, we could do this. We got this."
Right.
But she's still mad at this point.
She's mad, but I think she's talking like, "Let me try to convince you."
Yeah.
She's not talking like you're convinced.
Right.
So she's like 50-50, like, you on my side or are you on my side? Hey,
I don't know about 50-50. She was really like, "Hey, man."
It wasn't 50-50. She was like, we can do this.
Yeah, she's like, "Let me just give you a kiss and we got this."
All the bullshit's out the way. Let's go.
Yeah.
And John's like, please.
She said, look at this. This is the new queen. You want this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm your auntie. Who
She's
gives
crazy.
a fuck?
Yeah.
It's like she's a tyrant and she no longer realizes that she's a tyrant.
Right.
Yeah, she snapped.
But I know we talked about it last episode, that at first I was kind of like, you know, this is fucking weird that they did the whole 180, but the fact that, you know, the history of Targaryens, it makes sense
And she,
in the grand scheme of things.
From the outside looking in, it's easy to see that she's a tyrant, but it's kind of like Tyrion was saying, that she feels that she's right and what she's doing is for the is for the good of the world, which is what every tyrant feels.
Which actually, the way he was explaining was pretty good. That she was saying like, "Oh, you killed the slavers, but the slavers were bad. You know, you killed this, they were bad, and then now you kill this." Because you've been used to being cheered on and so right all the time that you make the mistake, but you still expect people to still cheer for you.
Yeah.
Pretty much exactly what it was.
Yeah, him explaining that was a pretty decent way of fixing lazy writing.
It wasn't lazy right either. It was a little lazy.
It was a little lazy.
It makes sense at the end of the day. Like you've conquered and liberated people basically throughout the whole show, and then you did the exact same thing, but you did it in a method that isn't so nice.
Yeah.
But you still liberated.
Yeah.
In a way. So
Yeah. Yeah. So then, actually, that's what kind of makes John like start realizing when Tyrion starts bringing his family into it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Turns around, that's around when the door opens.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, she'll let people live their vows, but you know your sister ain't
Isn't
gonna
going to
do
Yeah,
that. So what's gonna happen to your family?" And then that's when he starts going like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah. Everybody's in his ear saying, "Kill a bitch, kill a bitch, kill a bitch." And he's like, you know what? I might have to kill this bitch.
You know what? That ain't such a bad idea.
And then they have the whole conversation, and she's sounding crazy, and it looks like he's waiting for a reason not to kill her.
Yeah. I thought the same.
He's trying to convince her that like that they're good, that they could just rule like where they're at. And then she's like, "What's next?" And she's just like, "Everything is next." And like, what if they don't listen? Oh, they die.
Yeah.
Right? Who cares about them? We made the decision.
Yeah.
He's pretty much trying to like, "Oh yeah, whatever," and then she keeps putting her foot in it more. Like
he's just testing her. Like, oh, so what's next? Oh, burn them all.
"Oh, okay.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
about the people that they're fucking dead?"
Oh, okay, cool.
What about my family? Fucking dead. Did you listen to what I just said? Well, they're kind of my family.
Yeah, she wasn't worried about any of that.
Well, I will say when they went into that throne room, I love that it was a good callback to
Her vision?
her vision in season 2.
Yeah.
We all thought it was Snow. I fucking thought that shit was Snow. I thought it was a White
I
Walker's
thought it
gonna
was
be
the
there.
snow. I thought it was the Night King.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. We all thought that when we saw the visions. We were like, "Oh yeah, the White Walkers and whatnot." So it was kind of cool to see. They totally twisted that with the ash.
Right.
The place was still fucking wrecked, and
Yeah, it made perfect sense though.
yeah, so I love that. And then, we get them talking to each other, and then he fucking Julius Caesared her.
Pretty much. Which it's funny that she never technically sat on the throne. Like,
Yeah, I thought she was at least gonna sit on it for a second.
yeah, for a quick second.
Yeah, I'm actually cool with that. The fact that they showed that no one really like sat on it there at the end, because the throne. They're trying to imply the throne was the true villain. That was like the one ring that was tempting everybody.
That makes sense.
I still want her to sit on it though.
Hey,
Hey, yo, come and sit on this throne.
So I will say I was actually a little disappointed at like the stabbing scene. I don't know. I always thought that those two main actors are a little weak as far as like acting skills.
Really?
Yeah. John, I never thought he was that great an
Maybe
actor.
John.
And maybe Amelia, I never thought that they were that great actors.
Amelia, she's great on this show.
I never seen her in anything else.
She's not that good. And
She's not
Kit
that good.
is not good on anything else. I saw him on other shit. And
Kit's not that good.
You know, I think Sansa's a good actress, but then I watched
Sansa's
X-Men,
not that good.
and then I'm like, this is not good. But then it's
the only
writing.
person I think, well, other than who was Ned Stark, who's fantastic.
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean, Lena Headey. Is that how you say it?
Heedy.
And
Yeah, they're fucking fantastic.
Rob. What's Rob's name? I don't remember his name. But Rob's good.
Well, Littlefinger.
Shansha. Yeah, Shansha.
I don't remember Littlefinger and anything else. But now here,
Lord Baelish. Shansha.
I don't know about Littlefinger.
Yes. I miss that guy.
I don't miss that guy at all.
I miss him creeping out corners, and you're like, "The fuck you doing?" Like,
What's his name was good. Who's the one that tortured Theon?
I actually like Davos. Oh yeah, the
Bolton?
Ramsey Bolton.
You saw him in other things?
No, I just really liked him in the show. That guy was fantastic.
Yeah, it's too bad he was in Misfits. I liked him in Misfits,
Okay.
but he was in a really shitty Marvel show that.
Oh, right.
Oh my god, the
In something-
Inhumans.
in-
Oh
Inhumans.
god, yeah. So yeah, there are strong actors in there, but for some reason the main two leads, I would say, they're not really that strong.
She's good in this show.
So I expected more out of that scene. Like that scene, they could have really fucking like milked it for
It was
like
good.
some more emotional shit. Like I didn't feel anything when I saw that. I'm like, oh okay,
Yeah, me too.
yeah. What I felt though was the dragon. Now that dragon's
That
acting,
shit had me on the edge of my fucking seat. Like, what is this dragon going to do?
yo, when the dragon came in, I was like, oh shit, this is
Run.
like if you think about it. The dragon was Simba, and then that was, and then Daenerys was Mufasa, and that was that scene where he's trying to, come on, Dad, move.
Yeah.
like he's nudging her, and I'm like, oh,
Except Scar is still fucking there next to the body, not
yeah,
moving.
right. Exactly.
It's like once you hear like the dragon calling or whatever before it even lands. I'm like, all right, is Jon just gonna sit? She's not gonna move.
Yeah, I took it as he just wanted to commit suicide at that point. He's just like, fuck it, I
That's
just
the
want to.
second time he's done that with a fucking dragon. I'm sick of this shit.
That is true. He did that with a
For no fucking reason.
where everyone said that he was really yelling Arya to run. No,
What? Is that what people were saying?
people were saying, oh, he saw Arya behind the dragon, so he started distracting the dragon so she could run back there. I saw that scene again. No,
No, I watched that twice. He's looking dead at the
He
dragon,
looked dead at
ready
the
to
dragon
die.
going, "Ah!" I'm like, all right, you're gonna roast, but fuck it.
And Arya wasn't even close to them. What?
I don't know. Supposedly there was that the dragon was guarding the entrance to where she was, but nah, that was just
I don't
him.
buy that.
Yeah, I didn't buy that either. But yeah, that dragon scene was great, and then he starts charging up the fire. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit!
It's over for Jon.
But I like that he actually did choose, like I was saying, the actual villain of the series, which was attacking the throne.
It didn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
It did.
Why is the dragon melting the
But how's
throne?
how's the dragon aware that this is the reason
Right?
for all of
So in
You're the reason.
obviously, you know, when as far as shows, they don't really talk about dragons too much. But in the books, they always say that they're very smart, very intelligent, and like ancient, like magical creatures. So they know shit. You know, they can realize what's going on around them. Like how else did
That this nigga murdered my mom.
how?
Why didn't you realize that?
But I probably also like, hey, you're a Targaryen. You know,
That's what I was thinking it was.
That's what I thought it was. Like, I can't fuck you up either. Like, I'm loyal to you as well.
like you're technically blood in a way to me.
yeah.
And fuck it, I'm so pissed. I'm just gonna like fuck it. If my
No,
mom
the
couldn't
fir-
get it, no one gets it. Like he just destroys all the toys. Like no one gets to play with this shit.
That part didn't make. I mean, I understand the
love that
symbolism.
scene. Yeah,
but
but I love that scene.
if they haven't explained that dragons are these intelligent creatures, it doesn't make any sense in the context of the show.
I mean, you can
why he's
assume-
melting the throne.
There are so many times where she says Dracarys, and you don't know what she could possibly be aiming at, but somehow the dragon knows to execute Varys instead of everyone else.
That's a good point too.
Like she's like, you're sentenced to die. He shows up behind Varys, Dracarys, boo. He could have killed everyone else.
That's exactly why Tyrion should have died. Tyrion has betrayed so many people. He killed his dad. Usually, people that kill their family members die. Yet Tyrion survives.
Yeah, patricide.
But yeah, that scene, other than it not making sense to me, that scene, I still do like the symbolism of it melting the throne.
And then he
It
goes,
makes
takes her body, and just leaves off.
Yeah.
sense. So go where though?
And in a time jump where Jon is captured, so you assume his bitch ass.
It's like weeks later, months later. Like
yeah,
a month later.
I actually forgot how much time passed.
They didn't say how much time passed.
But people are guessing that, like, for everyone to get there, had to be like weeks to months.
I assumed it was that long because
they
they
didn't
had
even
big,
show everybody there.
well, they had big fucking beards when they showed up. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they had beards before, but when you look at Jon's beard afterwards, it's pretty big.
John had a full like golden beard. Tyrion had like full golden
That's like
beard.
months, honestly.
Yes.
Months
Yeah.
plural. And the ashes are gone because it's all daylight.
Everything's clean.
And
Yeah.
Not
there's
daylight.
no
the
more
sun.
winter.
Yeah, spring is here already. Well, if you think about it, winter started when the show started, so that's been 8 seasons of winter.
Yeah. It's pretty
Winter started
cool.
when the show started,
Yeah.
but it never. Well, I guess.
Well, it never snowed when it went that low, but it got cold because it isn't really supposed to snow
I thought
that
winter.
deep down south.
I thought winter started last season. I thought winter was coming. I didn't think winter was here. I thought they were in fall.
I thought winter came when Jamie was leaving and it was snowing. I was like, oh, winter's here finally.
No, man.
When he left King's Landing and it was snowing.
I took it
in
as the
season 7. I was like, oh, winter's here.
And it's supposed to be the longest winter ever.
the thing is. Oh yeah. But I guess symbolically, when they killed the Night King, winter's over.
That's what I was kind of thinking. I guess maybe winter was the Night King.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the long winter.
only because of him. I
the
guess.
long winter. You get it.
So when they killed him, the long winter was over.
I guess so. So now it's gonna be a long ass spring.
Whatever.
So, anyways, John's dumbass arrests himself.
Because he couldn't escape. Oh,
Yeah.
there wasn't even a body at this point. He could just leave. Say, I don't know what the fuck that dragon did. They're gone.
That's what someone on my job was saying. How the fuck they know he killed him? He could have said, "Oh, she just left with her dragon and never came back."
Yeah.
But
Okay.
John can't lie about
You
anything.
know what? John is the honest guy.
Yeah, he probably said it.
He's the honest guy that miraculously survived this show.
And somehow, I just have to imagine if he tells them that he killed Daenerys, they're going to beat the living shit out of John.
I'm surprised
Or
that
kill
he's
him.
not dead.
Especially Grey Worm.
Especially Grey Worm, who's just an emotional fucking
Who was
mess.
killing everyone left and right for no
People who
fucking
didn't even
reason.
touch her. People who really, they were just mercenaries at this point. And
Yeah.
they were still getting slaughtered.
Yeah, it didn't make sense for John to survive. I could see Tyrion surviving because that was literally his queen's last wish to
Yeah.
just put him in prison, and he doesn't want to,
But for John to survive
John should have been a
And even for him
fucking-
to survive it untouched is insane.
A porcupine of spears.
The thing is, I understand when the council is there at that moment not to kill John, but at that moment because hey, if you kill John, we're going to war again.
Right,
Like
but it's been months.
Yeah, we're going to war. But at the moment when you realize your queen is dead, fuck it, you're not thinking logically. You're thinking, fuck this dude, he's dead.
And you know what? That is I didn't like the time jump because that's a reaction I would have liked to see when they find out that their queen is dead. When especially Grey Worm.
Yeah, rushed as fuck, dude. Rushed ass show.
Because it really doesn't make sense for him not to take action. Right now, they're literally an unoccupied army.
Yeah.
So they answer to no one.
And you really think the Dothraki would have let that slide?
Yeah.
They're like,
No
outside.
fucking way. Not what is it, the Khaleesi?
Yeah, that's exactly.
That doesn't make any sense for John to survive.
Yeah, so that was.
They wouldn't let that shit go at all.
Yeah, the Dothraki.
They don't want to negotiate none of that.
Yeah. So it's just weird. Like
They only speak in one language, violence.
I could understand if I would have liked to see that go down because unless Tyrion's come out of nowhere, if you kill him, they're gonna go to war. That's the only way I could see someone.
So he walked out of his jail cell.
I don't know, dude. That's the only way I could see it going down. But other than that, it doesn't make sense that he's alive.
The only person on their side who was free and probably rational enough to
Davos.
And no one's gonna fucking listen to Davos now.
No one ever does.
Exactly.
Oh, well, you shouldn't do this. And everyone's like, the fuck are you? Nigga, you missing fingers. I ain't listening to you. Oh, well, no one listens to me. I can't read.
He didn't even know he was supposed to get a vote. At the end, he's like, I don't know if I get a vote, but
I don't know. I don't know if I'm technically a lord, but
Hey, whatever. Yeah, man.
I raise my half hand.
So it doesn't make sense that John walked away unscathed from that.
It doesn't.
So we do that weird fucking time jump.
I do like seeing everyone, all the lords and whoever fucking is left.
Yeah. So did you? Well, I mean, you sent me the meme, but I as soon as I watched it, I'm like, is that titty sucking little bitch all grown up?
I didn't put two and two together because he looked so retarded when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I completely forgot what he looked like.
That's not very 2019 of you, Mike.
Oh, well, that was before.
He looks mentally unhinged.
But now he looks like a normal kid.
Yeah.
It's that titty milk,
That
bro.
titty milk, man.
He doesn't get titty milk anymore. Didn't his mom die?
That's true.
It's true, but
That's what happened when he stopped drinking titty milk. He became a normal person. When he was on that fucking titty milk, he was retarded. Oh, what? Mentally unhinged. It was afterwards they became a normal person.
mentally unhinged.
It was funny how we kept saying all the Martells. No, not the Martells.
the Sands?
Yeah, it was the Martells. Yeah, they're all fucking dead. And then there we go. We got one dressed in that fucking yellow. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, I guess there's some cousin down the line that was
That's
still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then, so it's weird that, like, once again, Tyrion is there.
Oh, yeah. They show
They-
up Tyrion to put him to trial. And yeah, that was a little strange.
It's weird because then
The whole
it's just
scene was
like,
weird.
it's like, and then, like, you know, Grey Worm is like, you can't talk, but he's just like, but
you, nigga.
I'm gonna talk anyway. It's just like,
Yeah,
the fuck?
he said,
And it's-
hold my wine.
It's weird though because like you have literally no house. Tyrion is the only Lannister. He has no armies, nothing, and no one here is gonna vouch for you. Like, no, they're not gonna start a war for you.
No, not at all.
They're gonna start a war for Jon because Jon is still so Stark, but they won't start a war for Tyrion. Just Grey Worm, just kill him. Just why be civil? You're an
Yeah, the only thing that's the only one that semi makes sense because, like I said, the last wish was just to imprison him, not kill him.
And he betrayed her, but he technically, I guess, he didn't kill her.
He didn't kill her, but still, like to
John surviving's bullshit.
But to have him just go up there and then just Grey Worm is there, like he literally became not only dickless, like physically, but metaphorically, like
Yeah.
like he dropped
Because
it.
now your
Oh, yeah,
prisoner
yeah.
is pretty much changing the entire world at
he
this point.
he literally started doing democracy right in front of you. Like he signed the Bill of Independence.
And you just told him to shut up. And he's like,
he's Benjamin fucking Franklin at this point.
yeah.
They're literally signing the Declaration
Yeah.
of Independence right in front of your ass,
Another
and you're
thing
just
is,
standing there like, yeah, okay.
Why is anyone listening to Tyrion? No one likes this guy. Other than Sansa, no one likes this guy.
Yeah. But now that he was talking, it was kind of funny. Sam going, "Oh, why don't we make it a democracy?"
No, I didn't like that part.
Everyone starts laughing at his ass.
Maybe my dog can make a decision. I was like, shit.
Should my horse vote too?
Yo, that was fucked up, man.
I'm like, damn.
Poor Sam. He
You
didn't
gotta
deserve
do it
all
like that. I know you left a water bottle under your chair, but Jesus Christ.
Yo, people notice any
Anything.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
Come to think, I saw the episode twice, and I still didn't notice a water bottle.
Yeah, I didn't notice it. So
I
here's
didn't
the thing.
notice it.
The water bottle thing, I looked at photos of it. It's like 90% covered by his foot. I'm okay with that mistake. There's mistakes in all kinds of things.
Yeah.
But that fucking coffee cup, damn, that shit was out
I
there.
didn't notice that shit either. I didn't know what she was sipping. I wasn't focused on that.
You didn't notice that Starbucks emblem?
I did not notice that at all.
So yeah, it's they start talking about democracy. They're like, nah, fuck that shit, and then
Yeah.
they decide, well, who's gonna lead
Yeah.
out of all of us?
Well, I kind of like that part because,
Edmure Tully, the uncle, comes in.
yeah, he starts talking to shit and sounds like, sit down.
Yeah.
Damn.
I am the oldest. I am the most decorated. And shut your punk ass up, uncle. You sit your ass down.
And no one even said anything about that.
Well,
They just-
everyone kind of like smirked, like, yeah, no one wants to hear your shit.
And it's weird that like, and once again, it's up to Tyrion basically to decide who is gonna rule.
Right.
I mean, it makes sense for
It doesn't.
It makes sense in what Tyrion said. It makes sense for Bran to rule in the sense of like, well,
Right.
he
It's
can't.
it's a fucking stupid choice.
Right.
But when you think about it, it's the most like it's I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's like the choice that helps where no one wins.
Right. It's one where no one has any like.
The Starks win.
I mean, technically yes, because he could.
But
be
technically
in
no,
allegiance
because they're
with-
still out of their like. They
there's-
still are. Remember, they're now at the six realms. The Starks are out.
No,
So-
they're not. The
Yeah,
Starks
yeah.
pretty much run the world at this point.
Well, yeah, they do run both, but
Basically.
They run the Six Kingdoms, they run the Lone Seventh Kingdom, and they run the Wall.
whoa. We'll get to the wall part
we'll get there in a
because I
second.
actually don't think what you're thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, and yeah, he said that he can't have children.
He can't have children. So
He's
then.
here's the thing. He said he's a three-eyed raven, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah," nodding their head, like, "You don't know what the fuck a three-eyed
Thank
raven
you,
is."
right? And that's another thing. When did everybody learn what a three-eyed raven was?
He's a three-eyed raven. Oh yeah, he's qualified. The fuck, three-eyed
all it
raven just
took.
means you roll your eyes to the back of your head and just stay still.
So-
and
Comatose.
don't participate in the biggest battle of the universe.
So I
he's he's physically handicapped. What's he supposed
leading
to
up
do?
to this episode, I was telling you I thought it would be Sansa.
Right.
And I was gun ho for like that moment where he's giving that speech of like, oh, there can only be one. He was leading turning. I was like, oh, it's gonna be Sansa. Like it makes fucking sense. And to pick Bran,
Yeah, but Sansa could have kids and so on, and they want to
Right.
break. So they literally want to break the wheel
They want to do it.
I don't know why I said literally, figuratively break the
They
wheel.
want to do with what Daenerys wanted to do, break the wheel, break the tradition. And it makes sense having him king. He could literally learn from past mistakes. He can see the past.
And the future, apparently, because where the fuck,
Maybe.
nigga, why the fuck you think I've been here this whole time? Shit, yeah.
Yo, that was a badass line. Nigga, what you think I'm here for? Oh shit. Talk your shit, Brad. Go ahead. I didn't expect that.
The fuck I've been letting people wheel me around for? Shit. That's all you had to say.
That shit was crazy. Brad's a shit talking. I like that.
That was that Sam Jackson moment. Shit, Negro, that's all you had to say. So,
But I also didn't understand. Okay, when Sansa said, "I know you're my brother, but fuck y'all, we ain't part of the kingdoms."
yeah, and
Why does no one say anything?
right, everyone's like, wait, if your own blood says fuck you, then fuck you too.
Right? And like your first decision as king is to let your sister do whatever the fuck she. No, nigga, we out too. This shit is not gonna go down like that.
Sounds
no
like-
one says anything.
Sounds like, oh, we lost a lot of people. The fuck you think these other dead people were decoration? Like, we lost people too.
That shit didn't make any sense
That was bullshit, to say the least.
There was
Yeah.
there was a lot of bullshit going on.
That was some grade A bullshit.
It could be that like everyone is just done with like everyone would just seem so
Yeah.
easily convinced with any decision you make.
Yeah. Anything anyone suggested. Anyone got any except for Sam.
Tyrion could have been like, all right, the next ruler is this horse. And I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah,
the
well,
horse is the horse.
yeah, the horse has no allegiance. You know?
No allegiance.
That's exactly what was going
And it would have
on.
been like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Bran could warg into it anyways and fucking rule anyways.
Can he work into a dragon?
You know, I have no fucking idea. We all assumed he could, but
That's what I was kind of waiting for in the long winter.
well, what I always actually I don't think he can, because I always assumed that he could only warg into things that were like stupid, essentially. So
I
like basic
gotcha.
animals and Hodor.
But he made Hodor stupid.
Yeah,
That doesn't count.
Damn, that's true. He
doesn't
made
count.
Hodor stupid to.
I had rewatched that. Just that shit was so fucking good. That scene.
Yeah. Hodor. He Hodar'd him so he
His
could
whole
hold.
life for that. Oh my
He
god.
Hodar'd him so he could hold the door so he could become king.
And you know what? Because of that, I thought they were going to do more with Bran being able to like go into the past and shit like
right.
that.
Our theory that we all kept going around was he was going to make the Mad King mad.
Right.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Because they said the king wouldn't shut up saying, burn them all, burn them all. I'm like, Hodor. He's going to go back and, nah.
Bran needed a lot of for him to be king. There's nothing wrong with the decision. It's just in the show. There's
not wrong.
It's a leap of it's a leap of logic, but there's no character development to make you
Right.
accept the fact that he's gonna be king.
That he can lead people like that.
Yeah. Honestly, it's Tyrion leading the kingdom.
Yeah.
Which
It is Tyrion.
which kind of is how it was when Robert Baratheon was king. He wasn't king. It was whoever the hand of the king was.
Right.
Because he would just go there all drunk, whatever, make my
Doing his
decisions for
bullshit.
me.
Yeah,
That's
you're
literally
right.
what he did. So it's just back to that equilibrium of like the people that want the good of the realm are ruling it. And you just need a figurehead to shut everybody up.
Right.
So they got the most neutral. That's the word I was trying to find. That Bran's the most neutral choice, aside from his blood.
Right,
And telling his
he's not
sister,
gonna- He's not gonna stir the pot. He's
Right.
gonna let shit play out the way it's supposed to.
yeah. He's pretty much just going to be watching TV. He's just going to roll his eyes back, and then he's just going to, you know.
Watching Endgame again?
Yeah, and we're like, oh, hey, let's
shit was so
fly
crazy.
around. Hey, let's see what's happening over in, whatever the fuck.
The West of Westeros.
So, yeah, so they declare in a democracy, sort of.
Kinda,
Like,
sort of.
like the different governors electing the president, essentially.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what it was.
But nobody still elects the governor, so okay.
Yeah. What was funny is it's like, all right, you know, democracy, and then Sansa was like, fuck that.
Nah, fuck y'all niggas.
I'm still
out-
queen.
I'm out this
Nigga,
shit.
Stark's 100%.
Damn, that's true. He made his whole speech about breaking the wheel
We
and
gotta
shit.
break the wheel. We can't be doing how things used to be. You can't do things the way they have to be.
I'm going right back to the
Yo,
of this bullshit.
Stark for life. My kid's gonna be king. My kid's gonna be king. Fuck y'all with your democracy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sansa pretty much was like,
Yeah.
that's what's up. So, and then that's pretty much it for that part. And then it kind of cuts over to
they announced that basically that Jon is gonna go to.
What was after that part?
Oh, you're right. Yes.
Because but they announced it there though during that meeting that since Jon killed Daenerys and they don't want to go to war, that the punishment is he has to go back to the wall.
Yeah, because that way no one's happy.
And then the
That's
Unsullied.
So even though there's no use for a wall or a Night's Watch yet,
yes.
technically it's like, okay, get back to that and start that shit up again.
Yeah.
Even though there's a hole in the wall the size of Cincinnati.
The Unsullied fucking leave. Hey, Jon, they're gone. Come back, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
You good.
I guess an honor system.
This fucking honor system.
Yeah, they had to do the honor system. And
'Cause the
technically, Bran is the king now and he's by the book.
Yeah, what? The Unsullied get like an unoccupied land or some shit?
Yeah, but
they left.
No, they said fuck that. They're gonna go and start. I took it as they're just gonna start liberating everything in the east. And the first
It
one,
seems like they're gonna continue. Yeah, what Daenerys wants.
Well,
but
yeah.
they don't have a dragon now. Y'all niggas fuck.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna die eventually.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably right. It's not
'Cause,
like,
I mean,
it's not like they can make more soldiers. With
That's
kids.
what I was always thinking. The Unsullied are like a limited resource.
Yeah, they're just gonna go.
They can't fuck.
They can't fuck. They can't. And it doesn't look like they're trying to train people to be Unsullied because it's a gruesome way to become a soldier.
It's like in an RTS game where you have like 10 infantry and you're like, oh yeah, let's just make them. After a while, you're gonna run out of people.
Yeah.
You just can't liberate shit.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Well, we won't see
But,
what happens.
We
It's
won't
over.
see what happens.
So the first stop they go to is Noth, which was Missandei's homeland. She
damn.
says, "Oh yeah, when we retire, let's go and liberate it and go chill, sip margaritas in the beaches and all that stuff."
Yeah, so if they're doing that, why are we sending Jon to the wall?
Yeah, honor system.
honor system.
I did like how it's like, who's gonna be your hand of the king? And it's like, you, my nigga.
Like,
He
who?
went, I am still in chains. Grey Worm's like, I would not have this. Yeah, I'm the
Grey
king.
ain't get to make a fucking decision except that Jon has to go back to the wall.
I've been the king for 5 seconds, so you're gonna fucking listen to me.
It's so weird that he just stands there and takes all of this
All
happening.
the bullshit.
Like, I understand he doesn't want to go to war.
And he's not a smart person.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. He ain't a smart person.
That's the thing. He's not a smart person. He's
a soldier.
For a couple of seasons, he's been a very just like unrational. Like, he's been very just kill. So for him to be like, I'm just gonna sit here and let this all play out is so weird.
Let everybody act like I'm not here.
Yeah, like everyone is just bitch slapping.
Yeah, it was a little bizarre the way they started wrapping it up so quickly with just that one speech and here.
I can understand if Grey Worm wasn't there. Like
the North won their independence in one sentence.
yeah.
Nah, okay.
I can understand if Sansa was like, oh, hey, release him and we won't go to war. And then they release him and then they have that meeting like without anyone there. Okay. But to swing your dick around in front of Grey Worm like that, like, it's so weird. Like he just takes it. Like,
Yeah,
It was weird. Didn't make any sense.
yeah,
especially after everything. He lost everything.
yeah. But now he's gonna go and liberate Missandei's
Hometown.
island and all that shit. So then it does another time jump, and then we have Tyrion organizing a new small council with Bronn. I thought that was fucking
The
awesome.
master of lofty titles.
I thought right there, I thought like Bran was gonna be like, oh yo, I know what you did. Cause it's fucking Bran, you can see everything. And he's like, oh, I don't want you as like
What? Who? Bronn?
Bran. I thought Bran was gonna be like, oh, I know you tried to kill Tyrion, like, which is his hand.
Right?
I thought he was gonna be like take away his title right there.
No. Where the fuck do you think that?
Yeah.
I don't know, cause it's like, why would you want him on a console? Like, he's not.
Because he's
didn't-
loyal now. He got everything he
Yeah.
wanted. He's Lord of Highgarden,
He's
Lord of
still-
the Reach,
he's still,
Master
like,
of Coin.
He's still shit. He's still like he'll
Nah.
turn whenever. He's not loyal.
No, he won't turn because no one else is going to offer him more than this. Remember, that's what judges his turning.
Oh, yeah. Money.
He doubled it. He doubled it. Like, you can't double what he just got doubled. The only
Nigga's
thing,
set for life now.
like, he's set. He doesn't want to be king of the Seven Kingdoms. That shit's boring to him. He's got all the money literally in his hand in the world.
That's all he was
He's the
worried
master
about.
of coin, and he wants to use them on brothels so he could fuck more bitches. Like, he's
He's really arguing for those brothels.
He's yeah. Hey man, yeah. Well, you want to repeal this bullshit?
I don't
But
know. I just thought like that Bran sees everything. I thought he was gonna be like,
nah, that would.
I thought they're all gonna walk in and be like, why are you here? And he just like, oh,
Bran's
Master of
always
Coin.
on,
No, you're not.
whatever you did is what you're supposed to do because that's what you had to be.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of that fucking sentence, man.
Remember, he's Dr. Manhattan. It is as it always will be, and it will be.
I heard you the first 1,000 times, Brad. I got it. That shit, nah.
Yeah, he just rolls in. He says, "Just let me go back and roll my eyes back again."
He was there for like 2 seconds. Oh, y'all good? All right, y'all do y'all thing,
Yeah.
and then left. Let me go try and find this dragon, I guess.
Yeah, but it was kind of cool that you had Brienne there, and then you had Podrick, Pod the Rod, that's
Oh, he's
now
still-
a knight.
Yeah, that's true. He's
Oh,
a
yeah,
knight.
he's a
Sir
knight.
And
Podrick.
she's the leader, the captain of Kingsguard, right?
Yeah, yeah. Which
Came a long way.
is kind of weird that they didn't really show that she had an entry for her. That was a little strange because they went to, she's going through the book and seeing the entries.
Oh,
So
the
she saw
Jaime's
Sir
entry.
Barristan Selmy, which was the one that like took care of. It was the old guy that took care of Joffrey and then said, "Yo, fuck you," and then he left to go take care of Daenerys and then died.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then it goes over to Jaime, and then that's when she starts.
Like writing his story.
Yeah, which I started pausing to like read it, and she's added everything like that he lost his hand saving her. That he defended and fought. All pretty much all the
Read
shit.
that bullshit, man. I fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, I skimmed through it. I didn't read word for word, but I was like, oh, okay, she's adding like everything. And then, but I'm like, all right, is she gonna go in and start writing her own? Nah, they stopped it before that.
Do they write their own, or does the next person write it for them?
I think it's whoever the maester is. So that would be
Sam?
Sam that would have to write it,
Sam
I
would
guess,
have
for
to
her.
Sam's too busy writing. What a song
The
of Ice and
Song
Song
Fire.
of Ice and Fire.
Fire.
Oh my god! I felt like when he brought in that book, he like winked at the screen. He said,
pretty
"This
much
is
what-
the Song of Ice and Fire." Buy a book in the next Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com and just buy all the
Yeah,
books.
that was a little.
Here's a
much.
message by J.R.R. Martin. I was like, okay, I see what you did there. But it was what I always thought, that he was going to write the final story.
Right.
No, I never really considered that.
Yeah. That
makes
was
sense.
one of Armando's biggest theories too. He's like, oh yeah, it's going to end with him writing the story.
Right.
Close enough. He wrote the story already.
Yeah.
But all right, he didn't write it. Someone else wrote it.
Yeah,
was
one of
saying-
the other Macers or some shit.
Yeah,
wrote
some of
it.
the other Maesters wrote it and then left out Tyrion. I was like, that's
yeah, fuck Tyrion.
fucked up.
Still should have killed that guy.
But
sure.
oh, there it is. Written by Archmaester Ebros. I should look back. I wonder if that was the one that told Sam to fuck off
It probably
and made
was
him quit.
because it had a different. I think that guy was writing it, and the book had a different title, some weird ass long ass title. I forgot.
Oh yeah. And then
I think
think
they
they
do
get
another
the-
fast forward.
They get their goodbyes. It's like
They do their goodbyes when John's
Jon.
leaving.
that's it. Yes. So
the
then you
kids,
have
the Starks say their goodbyes.
yeah, you have Arya gonna be Christopher Columbus.
Yeah,
she's-
What's west of Westeros? Well, Americasteros. Like
Can you imagine? She shows up in Florida.
I mean,
Fuck?
Fountain of Youth and shit.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I actually just read an article that they confirmed 100% there is no Arya spinoff, which I knew that wasn't going to happen, but
Right.
but a lot of people were hoping for
Oh,
it.
really? I didn't even think that would be a thing. I thought, because I thought everything was gonna be sequels. I mean, sequels, prequels.
Prequels, yeah. So you had her leaving to go, pretty much suiting up to go discover the fucking new world, and then you had Sansa suiting up to go rule, her own dictatorship.
Even though everyone else is doing this democracy.
Everyone's
shit.
democracy, but she's Kim Jong Un up in this bitch.
Fuck them niggas.
And then here's the part that was a little strange. So you got John going back to the wall, and all the fucking wildlings are there. I'm like, what are the wildlings doing in the wall? And then they all leave with him to go north. So I didn't take it that he was Lord Commander. I think that's what you were thinking.
Yeah. Who's gonna tell him what to do? He ruled all these bitches before.
It's true. I
He
don't know.
saved all of their lives.
That part was a little strange. It was just like a stare down of everyone.
It's kind of like a mutual, like, all right,
Yeah.
welcome back.
Let's go to the north. So I just took it as that he was a ranger again, and he's gonna go and like escort them up there. And I would hope come back, because if not, what the fuck's the point of Night's Watch if he's just gonna leave
What's the
and go
point
live with them?
of John being a Targaryen?
What's the point of the Night's Watch at this point?
What's the point of any of this bullshit?
Yeah, the Night's Watch. The only thing I could think of for the night. So in the books, there is no Night King. They pretty much kind of imply that the White Walkers are like a natural occurrence every.
Wait, so White
it's-
Walkers are still in the books, but there's no Night King.
There's no Night King. In the books.
Gotcha.
At least not yet.
So there's not one to kill them all, because you kill
Yeah.
the Night King, you kill all of them.
Right. So I'm assuming that it's just something that happens every few thousands of years. So yeah, you got to start the Night's Watch again for in another hundreds, thousands of years that you'll get attacked.
you
that's
always
what,
need the Night's Watch.
that's what I'm assuming. But again, the show didn't explain shit, and the books haven't really explained it yet.
Right.
In the show, all the White Walkers died. It was the end.
Yeah. I have no doubt that the books will end mainly the same way.
Right, because he did say that that most of how it ended is what happens in the book. Is just there's so many other characters that are not in the show
Yeah.
that have different endings.
Right. So they're like, hey, will it end the same? And they're like, yes and no, yes and no.
Yeah.
No, because I have a lot of characters that aren't in here.
So like the
So
other characters.
yes, it's ending the fucking same
Yeah.
then. That's what you're trying to say.
Bran still gets the throne.
I guess so, yeah. But
He changes it.
he'll probably fill in blanks a lot better so that everything makes more sense. And it's
Yeah.
not all in one fucking Tyrion speech. I doubt that the history of like fucking democracy in
Maybe
that world
Bran
will be
speaks
made.
more direct instead of in fucking haikus, and he's just like gives
Yeah.
more like leadership.
Wise
Yeah.
characters like that, quote unquote wise characters, always speaking haikus.
Yeah, it's weird. I did like that fucking Jon finally gave Ghost a proper fucking hug.
I didn't care about that. I didn't care about it when he didn't give Ghost. Ghost has barely been in the show. Why does anyone care that Ghost doesn't get pet?
It's true, but
True.
Ghost was supposed to be a big part.
So I thought Ghost died 100 times by
Yeah.
now.
The show did a really shitty job of reminding us that he's still alive.
When I went and watched that, the Hodor part, Ghost was like surrounded by fucking White Walkers, getting the shit stabbed out of him, and then the episode ends. And I'm like, okay, Ghost didn't die back then.
He's a big ass direwolf. He could take a beating.
This nigga was surrounded. Hey, nah, that shit doesn't make any sense. And then in that part with the in the Long Winter, Long Night?
When he goes into the
and
darkness,
he doesn't come back. Okay,
No, he did come back.
He did come back.
he came back.
Yeah,
I didn't remember.
You see
it
him
showed
come
him
back
running.
like
He's running back with Jorah, and that's when he's missing his fucking ear.
Oh, you're right.
So he did come back, but after that, I didn't see him again.
It doesn't make any sense. So
Yeah.
why people were so in an uproar that he didn't pet Ghost? I'll never get.
Well, because people are dog lovers.
people love their dogs.
I was happy. I went about fucking time. Now go fuck yourself and go north of the wall.
Nah, man. Ghost's supposed to
yeah.
be free.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the fucking show.
Yeah.
I did like that it ended how it began, though.
Yeah,
With I guess the Night's Watch going out,
Going
past the wall.
north,
That
yeah.
part was, I guess, whatever. But
yeah.
you think it would have been too weird if, as they're going north, they may have saw like signs of
White Walkers,
White Walkers
I was
back?
kind of hoping for that.
like
To let
not
them know it's not over.
like not literally them there, but maybe I don't know, some type of symbol or something that'll imply that they're not fully dead.
I don't know.
I would have liked that.
You think that would have been too cheesy? I
The
think
ending was already cheesy. You
kinda-
could have made it a little more cheesy.
you're right. You're right about that.
So now that it's over,
Yeah. Now that it's over,
how would you have ended it? Like, what would you have done differently?
okay. So here's my thing. This season was rushed as shit, and so was last season rushed as shit. I've said it many times.
Last season was rushed, but this season felt infinitely more rushed.
So all the stuff that happened, I'm okay with it. I just didn't like the way
yeah,
they did it, or at the speed they
Actually,
did it. I'm okay that Daenerys went fucking nuts and burned the whole place down. I'm okay that Jon kills her, and I'm okay that they start a fucking democracy.
yeah,
and
I'm okay with all those things.
and then Sansa stays north and gets her independence. All that's cool.
I'm not okay with that.
But just the way they all
so what
did
you
it-
would you want for Sansa? Her to be queen?
I want her to die.
Okay, got it.
Nah, I want it first.
They need at least one more Stark death. Come on now.
No, man. Those are the main three Starks. They've always been the main three Starks.
Yeah.
No, Rob was one of the main Starks.
Actually, there were 4 Starks. I keep forgetting Bran is a Stark.
Oh shit! I said Rob. I completely forgot about Bran too.
Yeah. See, we were thinking about the same 3. We all forgot Bran.
Damn, fuck.
Well, there's 5 Starks.
I would have hoped Bran would have had more importance to it instead of, you know.
I thought he would have had more importance too because they made a big ass they made a big ass deal about him being a three-eyed raven, which was him.
Just pretty much a history buff.
Yeah, and then they made a big deal about him finding out that Jon is Targaryen.
Yeah.
Which fizzled out into
But-
nothing.
And they made him a big deal that the Night King wanted to kill him. So it's
Which
just,
also fizzled out into nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just like
I'm okay with how the characters' endings happened. I'm okay with it.
Why is John back at the wall?
Because
he's
John-
done more than anyone else on that show.
Because that's, if you watch John in the beginning, that's what he always wanted. He wanted to go to the wall, and he wanted to be a ranger.
Yeah, because he was a bastard. He thought he had no claim to anything. Nobody was going to want him. But he couldn't get land.
Right. But even as he was becoming king and getting all this acclaim, he didn't want any of that. He still wanted to go and explore with his fucking wildling bros.
Nah, man, he didn't. If he had wanted,
that's still what he wanted.
That's not what he wanted.
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
What did he want?
He wanted his bitch, and he wanted to rule. Not rule, but he wanted.
He didn't want to rule. He said
He
it many
for damn
times.
sure did not
He
want
wanted
to
to settle down.
Like-
He didn't want to rule, but he wanted to settle down.
I think I agree. I think he was done fighting. That's for damn
Yeah,
sure.
he was done with all that bullshit being on the wall. He finally got out of there.
He was John fought like an old man. He was tired of the massacre and the killing. He was tired of fighting.
Yeah, so he wanted a nice quiet life somewhere.
Yeah, a nice quiet life in the north with his bros.
He's not gonna have a quiet life up there, man.
I think he would have been nice being Master of Coin.
Yeah. Or even just being with Sansa, even not ruling and having Sansa rule, but just being there back in the north, he would have been straight with that too.
He still feels like an outsider.
He felt like an outsider because he didn't know who his mom was and he was a bastard. And his siblings hated him because he was a bastard. And his mother, I guess his mother-in-law, whatever that is, his stepmother,
as
hated him because
as emo as he is, do you really think he would have stayed in King's Landing after knowing he killed his beautiful lover?
No, but maybe back in the north he would say, not in King's Landing. There's no way he could stay there.
Yeah, he can't stay there.
But as a whole, I'm okay with the way it ended. But there was a lot of fucking laziness in these two seasons.
I don't hate the ending as much as
I don't hate it either.
a lot of people hate it.
I just think that some things don't make sense.
Some things don't make sense.
And it's
Like
really
character-wise.
rushed. And, yeah.
I really don't think the Grey Worm scene with him and Tyrion makes sense. I don't think that we should have at least saw John going to prison.
There should have been more. Like the show had it was built on like random, not even random deaths, but deaths that meant something. And there, other than Daenerys, there wasn't really a lot of that in the last season.
Yeah.
And the last season is where I expected it the most at this point.
And I was expecting her death at that point, so it wasn't really like I knew he was gonna stab her at that moment. So I didn't really feel like
I didn't think going into the season. I didn't think I thought I didn't know if it was gonna be her or John, but I assumed at least one of them was gonna die.
I thought both of them were gonna die.
I went in the same way. They both were gonna die.
I was leaning towards John dying because he wants to sacrifice himself for anybody at this point.
Right.
But I didn't expect the whole Mad Queen thing for Dany, so which is why I wouldn't have expected her to die.
I definitely knew that they were hinting at it for so long, but I thought she was gonna turn away from it.
I didn't think she was gonna go mad. I thought that the Sansa versus like Stark versus Daenerys thing, I thought they were gonna just go beef it out, like that they were gonna fight basically in some capacity, and John would have to step in and just kill her because like it's family over you. Like I can't. So I thought that was gonna happen.
I think it was gonna come down to John versus Dany.
Yeah.
I also thought Arya was gonna die for revenge. Or die after she got her revenge.
I thought Arya
we talked about
was
last episode. I'm glad that she turned away from that.
I'm glad she didn't do revenge, but I just thought she was going to die because she's literally been through so much.
If we're not going to follow Arya's story, then kill her. Who cares? Let her get her revenge. Let Cersei go out like a bitch, and then
I will say it was a little strange that she decided to go exploring. Like they never. I'm not saying they had to explain all this, but like she's not interested in sailing or exploring or anything like that. She was just wanting to be free. I don't know. It just felt a little weird that she's like, I'm gonna go be Christopher Columbus.
But she's also not interested in settling down and just being in one place. She didn't want to marry Genji. Like she wasn't down to just be like.
That's what I thought they were gonna say should be the king. Genji.
Really?
He's Baratheon. He's him and Jon are really the only rightful heirs.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah, but
they just kept implying that they were gonna break the wheel. So yeah, in a way they did, and in a way they didn't. It's the same, but without as neutral as possible.
Yeah. So I didn't hate it, but there were just the only thing I really didn't like is just the way Jon's story.
I will say this did not ruin the show for me. I still think it's one of the best shows out there.
Oh,
I agree.
for sure,
Absolutely.
for sure.
But it's not. It's no Breaking Bad.
No, it's no Breaking Bad.
Because Breaking Bad
ended great.
It's no Leftovers.
It's no
The Leftovers end great,
and it ended great for in our opinion. It did
phenomenal.
How do most of the people feel that watch the show?
Leftovers?
No, they all loved it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is just a.
So this wasn't like a lost ending for anybody.
I actually like the ending of Lost.
I actually like the ending of Lost too.
I'm one of those.
Okay, never mind. What's the show that has terrible?
Sopranos.
Sopranos.
Yeah, a lot of people hated Sopranos.
I didn't mind that ending. I don't know why people hated it so
Well,
much.
I didn't watch Sopranos, so
But anyways, but yeah,
overall decent ending to an amazing show.
It was a decent ending.
will you guys be buying the books whenever he finishes in like 20
Nah.
years?
Absolutely not.
I
But I'm gonna
can't-
get those audiobooks.
I tried.
I mean, that's what I
I
meant.
tried to do the audiobooks. The guy who does the voices, I just couldn't. After watching the
But-
show and then hearing his voice, it just sounded like an old man doing
Yeah,
an
it is an old man. But
A lot of times I found with audiobooks, it really does depend on the person reading.
But sometimes they do multiple versions. So maybe with how big this series is, they'll just do new audiobooks.
Oh, hopefully, 'cause
With a different actor.
That guy he didn't do a bad job, but it's like I've already watched the show, and he was doing like a Drogo impression.
Yeah.
It just sounded terrible. Just
yeah.
terrible.
My
terrible.
queen.
Not even that. It sounded terrible. Like
Oh,
my
it
queen.
depends.
Like, it just sounded terrible.
Because I forgot there was an audiobook that I listened to, and I listened to two different versions with
Yeah.
two different people, and it was night and day.
Hopefully they change the audio for Game of Thrones. And also what it is that Game of Thrones is normally such a slow show that the books are fucking slow as fuck.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to audiobook
the books are molasses.
at work, and Ned was reading, you know, when he finds out that Rob is like not like that's not his kids, he reads that book like 4 or 5 times in the fucking book.
Wait,
Like-
where he finds out Rob
Like
is not his
like
kid?
he's reading through like the air, like the
no, where he's finding Joffrey isn't
the Joffrey,
isn't a
Joffrey, and all his
Oh.
kids are not his. When he finds out that Rob isn't the true father,
Oh, Robert
he's
Baratheon.
he's reading like the air, like what is it called?
Yeah. Blonde hair.
He's reading he's going through all the kings that's ever existed.
Yeah, I remember that.
In the book, he reads that book like 4 times. And I'm like, yo, when are you gonna figure it out, bro? When are you gonna figure it out? He never. I stopped listening to it. He never figured it out.
Did you read the book after the show though? To be fair, you probably figured it out because you saw it in the show already.
No, exactly. I was already like season 5 or 4 already.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't mind that
But
much.
but you reading it, you probably would have been like, yeah, man, what's going on? Why does he keep reading this?
But the thing is,
you wouldn't have figured it out.
That's the thing. That's the thing. In if I listened to it before the show, I would have been like, oh, okay.
Because I
But-
read it before the show and I
but-
didn't fucking figure that out.
But I'm waiting for that
I was also
moment.
super young too, so
Yeah.
I didn't really put 2 and 2
But the
together.
thing is, for me, I'm waiting for that moment. Since I know that moment, I'm just like, yo, can you get
Yeah.
there? Can you get there already?
Yeah.
And he,
I'm gonna go through all.
yeah, he does go in great detail every single thing.
I will only touch those books whenever he's fucking done with all of them. Like
Yeah, until when they're finished is when.
yeah, when the
Right.
next one comes out, Winds of Winter, I'm not touching that shit. I'm gonna
Or
wait
at
till
least-
the dawning of spring or whatever the fuck the last one's supposed to be. When that comes out, then I'll
Not even maybe when he announces when they have a release date for the last book is when I'll start.
okay, a release date. Yes.
Yeah, an actual, not
Yeah,
just,
an official
it should
one.
be coming this year.
Yeah, it's not him going December. I think
He's gonna die before those books come out.
I think so too.
I think he's
at the rate he's going.
At the rate he's going, because he's talking about all the fucking shows he's working on,
now
and
he's doing
and
the fucking spin-offs and shit.
he's
And
working
he's
on
doing like other shit.
he's working on shows, games, movies, even this art gallery, which I can't remember the name of it right now. Something Meow. It's a weird fucking
These
name.
guys get it. Yeah,
But he's doing so much shit,
That's too
and
much.
then he's like, "Yeah, when I have time, I write." Nigga, you ain't got no time. We got an hour a day. The fuck you gonna do with an hour? Stare at the typewriter?
That's why I think like they're not gonna make. They can make a sequel to the Game of Thrones, like the show. They can do it, but he's not gonna. But he's never gonna. By the time he finishes the book, he's gonna be close to dead. He's never gonna get past the books.
They're gonna continue the show.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna do prequels, but it'd be
It all depends on how successful the prequels are.
and
there might be so many people pissed about this
Yeah.
that the prequels might flop.
seeing how
They're
they
good. They won't flop.
but seeing how they did,
And everybody's
With-
gonna at least watch the beginning.
yeah. But seeing how they did without his help, it just shows that like, damn, you really need his
Yeah.
work. Like you really need like his full writing to back the show up.
Yeah.
Because what's season 6 and up have been just the writers of the show.
Well, the season where
I think 5 and up.
the season right after off book was good. It was just the last 2 seasons, in my opinion, that went to shit.
Yeah.
That's when they were starting to rush everything.
Yeah, it's when they're rushing everything, which a lot of people like to say it's because they were in the middle of like Star Wars and stuff. They just got lazy. They were tired of this. They wanted to move on to other projects. They want to do the Star Wars. They want to do their fucking Confederate show. They want to do all kinds of shit.
Yeah. I think the Confederacy show got canceled.
They brought it back. They still say it's under development.
That show's not gonna go. And that show's not gonna go well.
No.
20.
No, they need real. They need black people in their fucking writing room. That's the only way it'll be fine.
Yeah,
That's the only way it'll be fine.
I don't know, man. That premise it's not gonna sell nowadays.
But here's well, yeah. I mean, we talked about it already. The premise is still a Man in the High Castle.
Yeah, it is.
It's that same gist,
but
minus the Nazis and plus the angry white people. Which all you gotta do is look out your window.
Exactly. We got enough of those in this day and age.
But yeah, all right. So I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's about it, man.
So-
we were on tangents right now.
Yeah, we are.
So yeah, there it is. Game of Thrones is over.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
I think so.
Absolutely.
As a whole, I think so. It was definitely worth it.
Still one of the best shows ever made, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, they couldn't stick the landing as nicely as they could have, but
did do a bad
it's
job.
good enough.
People
Yeah.
are overhyping how quote unquote bad it is.
Yeah, I agree. People
Yeah.
are really shitting all over it. It's not Last Jedi levels of shit.
Nah.
No, not even close. Still a good show.
Alrighty then.
All right, guys. So we'll catch you later. Thanks for listening to The Long Winter. This is our last episode. Maybe we'll get into another show. All right,
Alrighty,
guys.
I'm gonna torture you one more time with this outro of the song.
Later.
Bye bye.
Outro.
Bum bum ba-da-dum bum ba-da-dum bum bum ba-da-dum bum ba-da-dum